sinking in further and further into my being, into my mind, into my day-to-day choices. I want to talk about it today because I know that I'm not the only one out there feeling this. Okay, let's start with social media. So going online now, when I look up things for inspiration, it feels like everything is done to the max. Like, not maximalism in a fun, creative, unique way, but I mean everything is, it's either gotta be the most beautiful Pinteresty looking thing